Joining us in the studio is physicist and energy expert Timon Wehnert. Now, as we've just seen in the report, it sounds so simple, as if it just was a matter of will to reshape our energy supply to renewables. Is it really that easy?
Well, it definitely is a matter of will, a lot of will, and a lot of investment. I mean, if we look at that's a small region, if we want to scale that up to Germany, to Europe, to the whole world, we need a lot of investment into new technologies. And if we look at a country like Germany, we have a lot of wind in the coastal areas, but there is no storage capacity in terms of water, no hills, no mountains. So we need to extend our grids to our neighbors.
That actually means that, as we've seen, this region we just reported about actually has the advantage that there are hydroelectric power plants, but other communities don't have that. So how do you want to arrange that game of all the different energy suppliers playing together?
Well, we need to, one thing is we cannot just focus on one technology, and we have to integrate all technologies, wind, solar, biomass, geothermal, water. And we have to build up an electricity grid that is really intelligent, that balances out the differences between the different supply options, but also the difference in the demand side, where we have to make some demand-side management.
Okay, that means maybe we don't need to install new coal power plants or nuclear power plants or whatever. We can actually rely on what we have.
In the long term, that's the idea. Yeah, I think there's a lot of technological developments which need to be done, but also business models have to develop. We have to check what is acceptable for users, consumers. But in the long term, that definitely is the goal, to go really 100% renewables.
But what does it actually mean for us consumers? I mean, I don't just want to do laundry when the wind is blowing. So how will that work?
Well, it could be, I mean, if you look at the refrigerator, that's a simple thing. You could just put a small microchip in the refrigerator and the fridge gets a signal. Okay, now we have a lot of electricity, cool. And I personally don't care when my fridge is cooling down as long as it stays below 8 degrees. So may that be during day or night. There are other appliances where I'm not flexible. I want to use my computer when I use my computer. So no question about that.
But in certain fields, we actually have to give up control. For example, with loading up the electric car, right?
Well, we have to give up control. I would say we have to be either flexible and saying, tonight I don't care when you load up, unless until tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock the car has to be loaded. Or there are other nights when I say, I want to go out to the movies, now I want you to load up in 1 hour, and I'm willing to pay. So that's the trade-off, flexibility versus costs.
I understand. That actually sounds as if we didn't have to wait for all the international treaties to agree on climate protection, but actually the communities and the companies and the citizens themselves can do it.
I think communities have a big role, and if you look at the example again, there's a high share of renewables, and you need really support and acceptance from the people on the ground. And that is much easier to push on a local level than on a national or multinational level.
And that acceptance of the citizens will not fade once the first wind turbine is actually installed behind your own backyard?
Well, if you think of, if I have a share in that wind turbine, if, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 euro of my money goes into that, and if I earn revenue, then I'm happy with that wind turbine. I see it with different eyes.
Timon Wehnert, thanks a lot for the talk.